A Shop for Killers Season 2 wastes no time reminding viewers why the first season became such a hit. Instead of immediately throwing audiences into another nonstop siege like the first season, the opening 2 episodes choose a different approach. They answer some long-standing questions, expand the world beyond Ji-en's home, introduce dangerous new enemies, and most importantly, finally explain where Jin Man was while Ji-en fought for her life during the events of Season 1. Although the pace is slower than the explosive opening of the first season, these episodes carefully lay the foundation for a much larger conflict that could completely reshape the series. The biggest revelation is that Jin Man never truly abandoned Ji-en. Throughout Season 1, viewers believed Ji-en had been left completely alone while professional assassins surrounded her home. Naturally, that created feelings of betrayal both for Ji-en and the audience. Season 2 finally begins filling in those missing pieces. Instead of disappearing by choice, Jin Man was dealing with an even larger crisis connected to Babylon, the mysterious organization operating behind the scenes. His absence was not caused by indifference. It was the result of a dangerous situation unfolding far beyond Ji-en's knowledge. That explanation immediately changes how viewers look back at the events of the first season. Jin Man was fighting his own battle while trusting everything he had taught Ji-en to keep her alive. Now that uncle and niece finally reunite, the emotional consequences become just as important as the action itself. Ji-en has survived unimaginable violence. She defeated trained assassins, watched people die around her, and discovered that the man she trusted most had hidden an entire secret life from her. Even after learning more about the truth, those emotional scars have not disappeared. Kim Hae-jun delivers a much quieter performance during these opening episodes. Unlike the determined survivor audiences saw in Season 1, Ji-en now tries to live an ordinary life in a peaceful small town. However, normal life no longer feels possible. Every decision is influenced by the trauma she carries, and every quiet moment reminds her that danger could return at any time. Her fear feels genuine, making her character growth much more believable. Meanwhile, Lee Dong-wook once again proves why Jin Man remains one of the series' most fascinating characters. He rarely speaks more than necessary, yet every scene carries enormous weight. Behind his calm expression lies a man carrying tremendous guilt. He understands that every secret he kept ultimately forced Ji-en into a nightmare she never chose. Although he rarely expresses those emotions directly, his actions reveal someone desperately trying to protect the only family he has left. The relationship between Jin Man and Ji-en therefore becomes the emotional core of the season. Neither completely trusts the other anymore. Ji-en struggles to forgive him for hiding the truth. Jin Man struggles with the realization that protecting someone through secrecy may have caused even greater pain. Watching both characters slowly rebuild that relationship promises to become one of the strongest parts of the story moving forward. While their reunion provides emotional depth, the series also greatly expands its overall world. Season 1 mostly focused on Ji-en's isolated house under attack. Season 2 opens everything up. Viewers now spend much more time exploring Babylon itself. Rather than remaining an invisible threat, the organization begins revealing its structure, its operations, and the dangerous people working within it. This larger scope immediately raises the stakes. Instead of surviving a single assault, Jin Man and Ji-en are now confronting an entire network of highly trained killers with resources spread across multiple locations. The action also evolves alongside the larger setting. Rather than relying entirely on close-quarters combat inside one house, these episodes feature tactical gunfights, carefully planned ambushes, and hand-to-hand combat that feels realistic instead of exaggerated. Every fight remains grounded. Characters succeed because of preparation, intelligence, and experience rather than impossible action movie abilities. That realism continues giving A Shop for Killers its unique identity among action thrillers. Another major strength of the opening episodes is how carefully they build mystery. Although viewers receive several important answers, every revelation introduces even more questions. The true nature of Babylon remains only partially understood. Jin Man's complete history is still hidden. Several newly introduced characters clearly have their own hidden agendas, and not everyone can be trusted. The series wisely avoids explaining everything immediately. Instead, it encourages viewers to slowly piece together the larger conspiracy alongside Jin herself. One particularly interesting aspect is how even seemingly ordinary conversations carry hidden meaning. Characters rarely reveal their complete intentions. Instead, information is delivered gradually, making every interaction feel important. The audience constantly questions who is telling the truth, who is manipulating events, and who may secretly be working against Jin Man from within Babylon itself. The ending of episode 2 reinforces that uncertainty. Rather than resolving the opening conflict, it confirms that Jin's peaceful life is already beginning to collapse once again. The danger she hoped to leave behind has found her. Jin Man also realizes that Babylon's influence reaches much further than expected. The organization is not simply hunting individuals anymore. A much larger confrontation is beginning to take shape. The final moments, therefore, are less about delivering a shocking twist and more about making one thing absolutely clear. The massacre from Season 1 was only the beginning. Everything Jin survived has simply prepared her for an even greater battle ahead. The title A Shop for Killers also takes on deeper meaning during these episodes. Originally, the mysterious shopping mall represented Jin Man's hidden business. Now it becomes clear that the store was only one small part of an enormous criminal system with countless players operating behind the scenes. As the mythology expands, the series transforms from a survival thriller into a much broader story involving power struggles, betrayal, and organized assassination networks. This larger scale makes the world feel far richer without becoming overly complicated. The episodes also suggest that emotional conflict may become just as important as physical danger. Jin is no longer simply learning how to survive. She must decide what kind of person she wants to become. Will she continue living according to Jin Man's dangerous world, or can she somehow create a future outside of violence despite everything she has experienced? Jin Man faces equally difficult questions. Can he continue protecting Jin while remaining connected to Babylon? Or has his past finally become impossible to escape? These emotional dilemmas give the action genuine weight because every fight now carries personal consequences rather than existing purely for excitement. Overall, the first 2 episodes deliberately move at a slower pace than the opening of Season 1, but that slower approach serves an important purpose. Instead of immediately delivering nonstop action, the series focuses on rebuilding its characters, expanding its world, and carefully positioning every major player before the next conflict begins. By the end of episode 2, viewers understand that Babylon remains more dangerous than ever. Jin Man's past still contains many unanswered secrets, and Jin's attempt to live a normal life is already slipping away. The emotional reunion between uncle and niece may have finally happened, but their biggest challenges are only beginning. With new enemies emerging, hidden conspiracies growing, and Babylon preparing its next move, Season 2 looks ready to deliver an even bigger, more emotional and more dangerous story than the one that made A Shop for Killers one of the most exciting action dramas in recent years.